Let's open our eyes to the world that's around us. Science has the answers to the questions that have found us.
Malia Science.
Well, that's an interesting hat, Roland.
Yeah, it's my magic hat. Here, watch this. See, there's nothing in here. I can pull a cat out of it now.
A cat out of the hat? I've heard of a cat in a hat.
Well, here we go.
Wow, interesting. And there was nothing in
Magic.
there. A magic cat. You know, magic can be pretty entertaining, but it doesn't hold a candle to science.
Really?
Yeah. You don't believe me? All magic tricks can be explained with What's all that? All magic tricks can be explained with science. Science is about using the scientific method and using our five senses. Magic is about tricking your senses and not using the scientific method. We'll talk about that in a minute, but let's do a little test. Let's take a look at some easy magic tricks, and then we're going to explore them like a scientist. Okay? All right. First, let's do a real easy one. All right. Why don't you go grab the camera and put it right up in front of your face so it looks like you're the camera. Here, I, the great Humberto Howes, will make this tissue disappear. Ba ba ba. What is your favorite number?
5.
5. Excellent magic number. Here it goes. Dun da da, dun da da. It's in this hand, right? Ready? 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. Ta-da! I made it disappear. Oh, yes, I'm such a great magician.
Huh?
Oh, you think it was in this hand? Well, it's not. Look, I totally made it disappear. Okay, so, hey, let's do that trick again, but from a different angle. Use all of our senses, all right? Miss Camera Lady, we're going to do that same trick again. But I want you to stand over there and get us from the side. Oh, la-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Shee-ba-da-ba-da. This is the part where I tell a story like, what's your favorite number? It has nothing to do with this magic trick. All right. He says 5, I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ta-da! Now he's not thinking about me throwing it. He's thinking about, you silly goose, you opened the wrong hand. And I just say, oh look, it's not neither. And he's amazed. But that's not really a magic trick. All I did is know that our eyes are on the front of our heads. We're not flounder fish. We're not alligators. We're not owls. We can't bend our necks. So I know his line of vision is about this much. So when my hand is out of his field of vision, boop, close it, boop, and I throw it. Easy, easy. We are trying to trick your senses. Angles and acting play a big part in magic. In science, we want to look at things from every angle, and we want to know the truth. Okay, here I have a magic floating pot. This magic floating pot will levitate with your help. I need you at home to think of something light. Something light. You in the audience, think of something light to help me let this float on air, this big pot. Oh. I don't know, what are you thinking of? Bricks? What are you thinking of?
Feathers or something.
Feathers, okay. Feathers. We need lighter. What's lighter than feathers?
Air?
Air, all right. How about air? Think of air. Oh, it's floating. It's floating. You're doing it. Keep concentrating on air. Woo! You did it. You made it float. Okay. Now, really, in that trick, we were just fooling your senses. We let you use your eyes, but only from one angle, the front angle. Now, and the bit about thinking about air, it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. Watch. Think of elephants. Think of elephants. Oh, it still floats. Whoa, how about this? Hey, camera lady of science, why don't you stand up and walk around me and see if the kids can see how exactly this trick is done. Oh, look at that, people. It's just a trick. By cutting off your angles, we were able to appear that this was floating. All right, now let's look at some other tricks, all right? Let's see. This is an easy trick to set up. I, the great Humberto Howells, looked at my crystal ball last night, and I saw 3 cards. And I know which card you will pick. I know it because I saw it in my crystal ball, and I will prove it to you. Alrighty. Take this pencil. Think of a card, but don't tell me. Take this pencil and tap it 3 times. Go. Tap the card. Okay, he tapped that card. Now, what I want you to do is flip the card over. Flip the card over. Go ahead. What's it say on the back?
You will pick me.
See that? You will pick me. I'm an amazing big hand of applause. What are you doing? Don't touch the card. Do you know how I did that trick? How did I do that trick? Oh,
what? The other ones don't say.
He thought it would say it on all of them, but it does only say this. Does that mean I have a real crystal ball and I knew exactly which one he was going to pick? Okay, here we go, guys. Let's put this through the scientific method. Now, one part of the scientific method is repeating your experiment. In magic, I would never do this trick to the same person twice, because then you're going to figure it out. But since we're combining magic and science, we are going to let you do the trick again, and you will discover how it was done. I, the amazing Humberto, have decided that I will show you this awesome magic trick because I looked at my crystal ball and I saw which one you're going to make, blah, 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 blah. All right, take my magic pencil, think of a card, and tap it 3 times. Tap it. Okay, now I would like you to glance at that magic pencil in your hand. What does it say on your magic pencil?
You will pick the diamonds.
You will pick the 4 of diamonds. The 4 got a little bit erased, but it says it right there. Oh, I'm amazing. Hey, I'm so great. Hey, one more time. Let's try it again. I, the great Humberto, saw in my crystal ball last night these 3 cards, and I know which one you're going to pick. Ready? Take this and tap a card. Well, that's the flip it over card.
Yeah.
Okay, pick a different card. Now I take the pencil back this time, and I say, open the secret envelope. What does it say? There's a note inside there.
You will pick the Jack of Clubs.
You will pick the Jack of Clubs. Oh, I'm amazing. Have you figured out the trick yet, guys? It's pretty easy. No matter which card he picks, I tell him to do something different. If he picks the Queen of Spades, I tell him to flip it over. If he picks the 4 of diamonds, I tell him to read the pencil. And if he picks the Jack of Clubs, I tell him to look in the envelope. And I can only do this trick once, otherwise you're going to figure it out. Pretty cool trick, huh? All right, a little bit of setup and you can make that one yourself. Let's look at another trick. This trick is another easy one. A little bit of setup. All right, I'm going to get up close. This is up close magic. All right, now, do you see these strings? I have a long string and a short string in my hand. A long string and a short string. Camera lady, how many strings do I have in my hand?
2.
2 strings. A long string and a short string. Now I'm going to put them into my hand, one hand. Say, abracadabra, the great Humberto. And I now just have 1 string. Amazing! Oh my goodness, amazing!
Huh?
Oh, he's Everything's incredible. Well, guess what? I can show you that string again, or that trick again. But let's do it much closer and in slow motion. Now I am going to, see, I have 2 strings. How do you know I have 2 strings? Because you see 4 ends. 1, 2, 3, 4, that tells you. But when I do this in slow motion and without covering it up, I only have 1 string. And all I did was took it somewhere in the middle and I separated a little bit. And because it's been wound up so much, it goes right back. And then I just whoop, 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 roll it up a little bit. Whoop. Ooh, that's not a real pretty one, but it still works. And now it looks like I have 4 ends, but I don't. I only have 2 ends. Once again, magic fails, science wins. All right, let's take a look at another trick. All right, for the next trick, I am going to make this disappear. All right, I'm going to make this little blue cloth disappear right before your very eyes. Notice nothing's up my sleeve. Push it in there, and where'd it go? It's gone. Nobody can see it. Nobody can see it. It's gone. Want me to make it reappear? Okay. Here it is. Woo! All right. Pretty easy. You know what? How'd we do that? Let's look at that in slow motion.
Okay, guys. I, the great Humberto Howells, will make this disappear. Whoa, you might not still see what happened.
But wait a minute, Mr. Howells. Does your thumb have some weird disease? Or isn't it a different color? I don't know. Or maybe it's a fake thumb. And then when you were looking at this, I just put the fake thumb in my back pocket. Again, science wins. When we study things slower and we do things like that, we know we can solve almost any magic trick. For this magic trick, I need a psychic. Who's psychic? Roland, use your psychic ability to move that little coin with your mind, all right? Move it with your mind. Concentrate. Whoa. Bring it back to you. Oh my goodness. Push it away. Oh, do you know how we did that one? That magic trick actually used science. Look. There's a magnet under there. Cool, huh?
I'm psychic.
Magnets have magnetic forces. Magnetic forces are invisible. Just like a lot of magic tricks, making things invisible. But magnetic forces are actually invisible. All right, let's try something a little trickier here, folks. For this next trick, I need to use my psychic ability. I would like you to write a word on that napkin. Just write a word on the napkin. Don't let me see it.
Okay.
Flip it upside down. Now, you can see there is no way I can see through this. I can't see through this napkin. Can't see through it. I'm not going to look at it. I'm just going to hold it in my head. And I'm going to use my mind's eye. I sense that you wrote down a color. You wrote down a color, and it's a color, soft color. It's not a harsh color. Did you write down the color pink?
Yes.
Yes, he did. He wrote down pink. Da-da-da-da! I'm amazing. No. Okay, the great Humberto will now say, how did Mr. Howells do that? Well, it just has a little bit to do with reflection. Now, if you notice on this desk, there's an iPad sitting there. It could have been a phone. It could have been anything. But an iPad is reflective. And when I go like this and say, see, you can't see anything here. Whoop, in there, I could see the word pink in the reflection easily. Roland, the great Humberto says, you must not go past this door because it is haunted by a ghost. Woo, woo. Ghost, are you here? Let's see if the ghost is here or if the coast is clear. Ghost, take this tissue and put a little boogie in it. Whoa. We can float things in thin air. The ghost is holding it. Ghost, what are you doing, Ghost? Whoa. There's a ghost in our room. Wait a minute. Let's investigate this a little quicker. Come along, camera girl.
A ghost?
Wait a minute. If you look really super close and we turn the lights on, you can see that there is just a little piece of thread going from this dot here. Yeah. And in between it is a very fine piece of string, which you can't even really see there. But hey.
Invisible.
Yes, it's magic thread. Okay, guys. Well, you know, there you go. Magic can be solved by science. Magic isn't much of a mystery. It sure is fun, though. And if we see someone doing a magic trick we know how to do, it's not fun to yell out, I know how to do it, you did that, you're wearing a fake thumb. You gotta watch and let other people enjoy it. But there is another type of magic, one of my favorite types of magic, and it's movie magic. It's when we use editing and things to make things look real, to make things in movies look amazing. So, Roland, can you disappear by clapping your hands 3 times?
Yeah, I can.
Let's see it. Whoa! Roland! Where'd you go? Are you still here?
Yeah, I am.
Prove it!
Bonk.
Ow! Ow! Hey, I didn't mean to prove it that way. Ow! He kicked me right in the behind! Oh well, guys. Thanks for watching another Malia video. We'll see you next time.
Science.